Hello again, my fellow patriots. Here we have a story about some daggone psychopath, left-wing nutjob, Christopher Jacks, who's basically calling for all-out war if Trump wins. He even goes so far as to saying that one of their ultimate goals is to get rid of the rich. Yeah, the billionaires. Get close to them and take them out. Jeff Bezos is at the top of the list. This guy is insane. But let's read the story. Project Veritas has released a video of a Colorado Democrat operative and prominent member of a radical leftist organization revealing the violent and potentially murderous plans of the militant left should President Trump win a second term in office. Chris Jacks, a trainer and mentor at Our Revolution protests and a member of the executive committee of the Colorado Democratic Party, made it clear that he will do everything morally acceptable to prevent Trump's re-election this year. I am going to do everything morally acceptable to win. I will lie, I will cheat, I will steal, because that's morally acceptable in this political environment. Absolutely. We are pirates on a pirate ship. Jacks added, I want to make this point very loudly and very clearly. I said it nicely before, but I'll say it more curtly now. 2020 is a political revolution. Project Veritas used hidden cameras and microphones to record Jacks speaking openly and graphically about leftist plans to thwart the re-election of the president and possible violent courses of action should Trump be re-elected. We've been following Chris Jacks for a long time. We first met him during the presidential primary race. Now we have caught up with him in Colorado, says James O'Keefe, founder and CEO of Project Veritas. Jacks explained how potentially motivated violence from the left could be justified at election time. No, it is never justified. Christopher Jacks. I think the right wing has a monopoly right now on strong, violent rhetoric. And I think they underestimate how many people on the left are organized, trained, armed, and ready to go should they decide to do their crap. And I think all it will take is our numbers and a reminder that, yeah, there's a reason you guys fear the communists more than you fear the Nazis. Nah, that ain't true, bruh. Not true at all. Really about any of it, because, I'm sorry, the right wing has far more guns, has much, much better training, and they are also ready to go at the drop of a hat. Minutemen, anyone? Journalist, so you think the right wing, they're a bunch of B's. They're B.A. bootlickers, man. Who's the people on the left, though? Doesn't matter. We have the army already. We're going to show up in numbers. We're going to show up in mass. What do you think about it? Think about like Antifa. Okay. Antifa's great, man. I think it's Charlottesville, dude. When you got people marching in the street, running people over and crap like that, you got people firing guns, trying to provoke crap. Yeah, even people there are willing to stand between them and ordinary people. Sad. Yeah, I like that hit the streets type mentality, you know? Yeah, no, and there are definitely times for it. I just don't think it's it's that awesome thing that's one of those cards you have to have in your back pocket, man. Martin Luther King wouldn't have been as successful if it wasn't for Malcolm X and Nation of Islam. Black Panthers, all of them doing their thing too. This dude's nuts. Jack spoke even more explicitly about violence should President Trump win re-election. I'm going to be in my garage, right next to my gun safe. all night long on the 3rd, because that is how seriously I take this stuff, Jack said. I wouldn't do it on the 3rd because, mail-in voting. We're not probably going to know who won until December. Jax also highlighted the need to activate armed leftist groups such as the John Brown Gun Club, who draw their inspiration from the failed 1859 slave liberation revolt led by abolitionist John Brown. It's incredibly scary, he said. You know it's going to be like at that point, that's when you got to find like the John Brown group gun society people. There's going to be, just look at it's history, right? Should the situation escalate into outright civil war, Jack spoke of the need to recruit military veterans to fight for the left. That ain't ever going to happen. Military is by far Republican and right-leaning. You're going to be going up against the military veterans. They ain't going to be joining you, bub. Well, when it comes to Civil War, violence type stuff here, there's always military guys, like former guys that stand up for the right thing. When that time comes, then we got to get some of those type people involved, he said. Not going to happen. Specifically, to really change the country with violence. Jack said it would be necessary for revolutionaries to target billionaires for assassination. If you want to do some Versailles shit, if you want to do some Antifa crap, you really want to change this country that way with violence, there's only one way to do it. You got to get people that are close to billionaires and random billionaires start turning up dead. And nobody knows what the F is going on. Nobody knows. Nope, I don't know. They just turned up dead. And just 3 or 4 of them is all it's going to take. Sorry, the light's in my eyes. All it's going to take is a pattern of, I don't know, man. I don't know what happened. Just showed up that way. I walked in, that's how it was. That's the only way that you do that to 3 or 4 people enough to say that this is a pattern and this is why. Draw a $sign on their desk or whatever you do. That's what it's going to be. That's what's going to take. It's going to take a strategic hit against the 0.1% that's in charge, because that's who it is, killing random Nazis in the street, random effing bootlickers. This guy's nuts. But like, who are the 3 or 4 billionaires right now that if it went to that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter who. I mean, Bezos at the top of the list. Who? Bezos. Jax also described how fear tactics benefit his revolutionary objectives. But they ain't stabbing MRFers like they used to. They don't have to, though, because they used to stab people. See? And that's all we got to say. Guillotines, MRFer. That's all we got to say. Option A, what I'm proposing. Option 2, slicey boys. Slicey boys. What are your choices? Which one do you want? What do you mean, guillotines? Unions have power because they used to stab mother effers. They used to bury people beneath giant stadium. We have power. Populist uprisings have power because we used to kill people. We used to hang people from gas stations. We used to cut off their heads. We don't have to actually cut heads. We just have to say that we're willing to cut off heads. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants a slicey boy. Nobody wants one of those. But he's calling for it. And there are people out there who will take his word and freaking do it. Insane people like this are everywhere. So Jax made it clear that the targets of his revolution would not be limited to Republicans and or conservatives. To him, moderate Democrats would also have to be dealt with. Ooh. Half of the struggle that I have isn't with Republicans. It isn't with the right wing, Jax explained. It's with F.I.N.N. moderates in the Democratic Party, with all these people that are just scared of Trump. Oh my God, I'm so scared. I got to do something, which is show up and piss off leftists. Despite his concerns about moderate Democrats, Jax made it clear in the video that he believes Joe Biden would cooperate with the agenda of the radical left. He would. Joe Biden was presumably left-wing, and he's got a functioning signing hand, Jax said. As long as there's a progressive legislation that comes across his desk, I am confident we can occupy his house. We know where he'll live. And yeah, he wants to veto Medicare for all. Let him veto it. He's never leaving that house again without protest. This guy is nuts. He is insane. For saying that he wants to kill people, he should be thrown in prison. He is not safe to be on the streets. He is calling for a revolution, which involves killing people. He's not saying we need to overthrow the government. No. He's saying that they need to kill all the Nazis, which is all Republicans, Trump supporters, people who back the police, and according to him, moderate Democrats as well. So anybody who's not extremely far left and out of their freaking gourd, you're his enemy. This dude's insane, but he's got people that follow him. They're people just like him. And another, if you look at actual Project Veritas, their website, it says that they have people of their Our Revolution movement in power in Weld County. Meaning they have people who make decisions on what goes on there. And he says there is quite a few of them. 12 of the 14 is in power, I believe the Veritas website says. And a recent video that was posted on Veritas today, because this is from yesterday, the video that they posted today says that he has officially been suspended from CenturyLink. He's been there for, I believe, from what I've seen from a screenshot, he's been there for over 10 years. He's a senior project analyst or something like that. And they have suspended him. And they have also forwarded his comments to the proper authorities. The police also said that since the video came out from Project Veritas, that they have also passed it on to the proper authorities, meaning higher up than the police. FBI, CIA, well, since it's Trump, he says Secret Service maybe. He's going to have some men in black suits showing up at his door. He ain't going to have his guns for long. But yes, people, this is why I said you need to prepare, because people like him exist. You need to be able to protect your family, because they will show up at your door. If you have a Trump sign in your yard, people like him will show up to your door, call you a Nazi, and do just like that little leftist crybaby did, and shoot you in the face. This is not a game, people. This is real. They will come to your house. They won't care what you say. They will justify in their screwed up minds anything they do to you. They will say you deserve it because your beliefs don't match their own. But anyway, just want to kind of put a short video out there. Didn't want to make it too long. But Prepare, people. Stay vigilant, America. And I will see you in the next video.